Good day, everyone. Today, I stand before you to talk about three simple but powerful words: never give up. These words are easy to say, but sometimes hard to live by, especially when life throws challenges at us. Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, and no matter who you are or where you come from, you will face challenges along the way. These challenges come in many forms: personal struggles, academic difficulties, career setbacks, financial problems, or emotional hurdles. But what we often fail to realize in the middle of those difficult moments is that these challenges are not meant to stop us or break us. Instead, they are meant to shape us and help us grow. Challenges are not obstacles to success. They are part of the path that leads to it. Imagine a world where everything came easy. No struggles, no problems, no failures. At first it might sound ideal, but think about it for a moment. If everything was easy, we would never learn resilience, we would never discover our strength, and we would never realize how capable we truly are. It is through facing difficulties that we uncover our true potential. Challenges force us to step outside our comfort zone and push past our limits. They teach us lessons that no book or classroom ever could. Each challenge we face builds a layer of strength, determination, and character. When we encounter a challenge, we are presented with a choice. We can either give in to fear, frustration, and doubt, or we can rise to the occasion and find a way to overcome it. Choosing to face our challenges head-on helps us develop problem-solving skills, patience, and persistence. These qualities are essential for personal development and long-term success. No one becomes strong without lifting weight, and no one grows without facing some kind of struggle. Think about the greatest achievers in history. Every single one of them faced setbacks and failures. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. What set them apart was not a lack of failure, but an unwillingness to be defeated by it. They embraced their challenges as opportunities to grow and improve. Even in everyday life, we experience this same principle. A student who struggles in math learns not just about numbers, but about perseverance and the reward of hard work. An entrepreneur who fails in their first business gains knowledge and experience that can lead to future success. A person recovering from illness learns about the strength of their body and mind. These are not just stories of survival. They are stories of growth through challenge. It's important to understand that growth is not always comfortable. It often comes with pain, frustration, and fear, but that discomfort is necessary. It signals that we are stretching beyond what we thought we were capable of, and each time we push through, we become stronger. We become wiser. We become more prepared for the next challenge that life will inevitably throw our way. Challenges also give us a deeper appreciation for the good moments. When we have gone through difficulty, we learn to cherish peace, happiness, and achievement even more. We gain perspective and empathy for others because we understand what it means to struggle. That kind of growth is priceless. So the next time life puts a challenge in front of you, don't shy away from it. Don't see it as a punishment or a setback. See it as a chance to learn, to grow, and to become better than you were yesterday. Remember, every mountain you climb makes you stronger, every storm you weather builds your courage, and every challenge you face brings you one step closer to the best version of yourself. Challenges are not the end of your story. They are the beginning of something greater. Failure is something that every person experiences at some point in life, and yet it is often misunderstood. Many people see failure as the end of the road, as a sign that they are not good enough or that their efforts were wasted. But the truth is, failure is not final. It is not a full stop, but rather a comma in the sentence of your life. It is a moment, not a lifetime. Failure is a teacher, not a punishment, and if we are willing to learn from it, we can turn even our worst moments into the foundation for future success. When we fail, it can feel like the world is crashing down around us. We feel disappointment, frustration, and sometimes shame. We question our worth and our abilities, but what we often forget is that failure is part of the process of growth. No one reaches success without stumbling along the way. Every great inventor, leader, artist, or athlete has a long history of setbacks behind them. What sets them apart is not that they never failed, but that they refused to let failure stop them. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who is famously quoted as saying he did not fail, but rather found 10,000 ways that did not work while inventing the light bulb. Imagine if he had given up after the first or even the 100th failure. The world might have lost one of its most important inventions. His story reminds us that failure is not the opposite of success, but a step toward it. Each failure carries a lesson, and each lesson brings us closer to our goal. Failure also has a unique way of revealing our true character. When everything is going well, it is easy to stay motivated and confident. But when things fall apart, when our plans do not work out, when we are told no, or when we fall short of our expectations, that is when our inner strength is tested. It is in these moments that we discover what we are really made of. Do we give up, or do we try again? Do we let one mistake define us, or do we use it to build something better? Another important thing to remember is that failure often redirects us to something better. Sometimes we are so focused on one path that we cannot see other opportunities around us. A failure can open new doors we never considered. It can push us in a direction that ultimately brings more success, happiness, and fulfillment than we originally imagined. What looks like a dead end might actually be a detour to a better destination. Failure also teaches humility and empathy. It helps us stay grounded and reminds us that we are human. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level because we understand what it means to struggle and fall. This understanding builds compassion and makes us better friends, leaders, and mentors. It is important to remember that failing does not make you a failure. One mistake, one loss, one rejection does not define your entire life. You are more than your worst moment. What matters is how you respond to failure. Do you use it as fuel to keep going, or do you let it crush your spirit? The choice is yours, so if you have failed, do not be discouraged. Do not think it is the end. It is only the beginning of something new. Learn from it, grow through it, and rise above it. Let your failure be the foundation of your comeback, because in the end, failure is not final unless you decide to quit. As long as you keep going, keep believing, and keep trying, there is always hope and always a chance for success. Belief in yourself is one of the most powerful forces you can have in life. It is the silent strength behind every goal you set, every challenge you face, and every dream you chase. When you believe in yourself, you unlock a level of confidence that cannot be given to you by anyone else. It becomes the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without self-belief, even the greatest talents can go unnoticed, and the best opportunities can slip away. But with it, even the most ordinary person can achieve extraordinary things. From a young age, we are influenced by the voices around us. Some of those voices lift us up and encourage us, while others cast doubt and make us question our worth. Over time, these voices can shape how we see ourselves. But no matter what others say or think, the most important voice you will ever hear is the one inside your own head. If that voice tells you that you are not good enough, not smart enough, or not strong enough, then it becomes hard to make progress. On the other hand, if that voice tells you to keep going, to try again, and to believe in your potential, then nothing can truly hold you back. Belief in yourself does not mean thinking you are perfect or that you will never make mistakes. It means understanding that even when you do fail or fall short, you still have value and the ability to try again. It means trusting that you have the strength to overcome your fears, the courage to step into the unknown, and the wisdom to learn from your experiences. Self-belief gives you permission to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to grow in ways you never thought possible. There will always be moments when life tests you. Maybe you will face rejection or criticism. Maybe you will make a decision that does not turn out the way you hoped. In these moments, it is easy to lose faith in yourself and to think that maybe you are not meant for the success you dream about. But this is exactly when you need your belief in yourself the most, because if you give up on yourself, no one else's belief will matter. And if you keep going despite the setbacks, you will prove to yourself that you are capable of far more than you once thought. Every achievement starts with the decision to try, and trying takes belief. Before any goal is reached, there is a person who believed they could do it. Whether it is starting a business, writing a book, running a marathon, or pursuing an education, it begins with a simple but powerful thought: I can do this. That belief fuels the actions that follow. It helps you stay focused when the road gets tough, and it keeps your dream alive even when others cannot see it. Belief in yourself also affects how others see you. When you carry yourself with confidence and self-respect, people are more likely to support you, trust you, and take you seriously. Your belief becomes contagious. It inspires others and gives them the courage to believe in themselves too. This is why leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, and change-makers all have one thing in common. They trust in their abilities even when no one else does. You will face times when your belief is shaken. That is normal, but always come back to it. Remind yourself of what you have overcome. Look at how far you have come. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Because every step forward begins with the belief that you can take it. In the end, belief in yourself is not just something you have. It is something you build every day through your choices, your mindset, and your actions. It is the foundation of every success story, including yours. Believe in yourself, and there is no limit to what you can achieve. Persistence beats talent, because while talent can give you a head start, it is persistence that takes you to the finish line. Many people are born with natural abilities and gifts, but not everyone puts in the consistent effort required to turn those talents into real success. Talent can open the door, but it is persistence that keeps you walking through it every single day, no matter how hard the journey becomes. The truth is that talent alone is not enough. Without hard work, discipline, and perseverance, even the most gifted individual can fall short of their potential. Think about how many people you have met who had incredible talent but never did anything with it. Maybe they were naturally good at sports or art or academics, but they never pushed themselves. They relied on their talent, and when things got tough, they gave up. Now think about someone who may not have started out with as much talent, but kept showing up, kept trying, and kept learning. That person eventually surpassed the one who started with more ability because they refused to quit. They believed that improvement was possible, and they worked for it every single day. Persistence means not giving up when things get hard. It means continuing to work even when you do not see immediate results. It means staying focused and committed to your goals despite failure, rejection, or frustration. When you are persistent, you train yourself to be disciplined, to stay motivated, and to keep moving forward even when the path ahead is uncertain. This kind of determination is far more valuable in the long run than talent that goes unused. There are countless examples in history of people who were not the most talented but who succeeded because of their incredible work ethic. One well-known example is the story of Thomas Edison, who made thousands of unsuccessful attempts before finally inventing the light bulb. He did not give up because he believed that each failure brought him one step closer to success. His persistence changed the world. Another example is J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by multiple publishers before someone finally believed in her story. She could have quit, but she didn't, and now her books are read all over the world. Persistence also builds mental strength. When you keep going despite setbacks, you train your mind to be resilient. You learn how to handle disappointment and how to keep your focus even when everything seems to be going wrong. This mental toughness becomes one of your greatest assets. It allows you to adapt to change, stay calm under pressure, and keep working toward your goals even when things are not going your way. Sometimes people give up not because they lack talent, but because they expect success to come quickly and easily. When it does not, they lose hope. But real success is rarely instant. It is built day by day through consistent effort and determination. The people who succeed are not always the ones who started out the strongest. They are the ones who refuse to stop. Persistence gives you the chance to improve. Every time you try again, you learn something new. You gain experience that talent alone cannot provide. You become better, faster, and more confident. Over time, these small improvements add up, and eventually they lead to big results. So if you are working toward a goal and you feel like you are not the most talented or the most gifted, do not let that stop you. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Keep believing that your effort will pay off, because it will. In the end, it is not just the most talented who succeed. It is the ones who never give up. Persistence beats talent because effort always wins when talent stops trying. Your journey inspires others in ways you may never fully realize. Every step you take, every obstacle you overcome, and every time you choose to keep going when it would be easier to give up, you are writing a story that has the power to encourage and uplift someone else. You do not have to be famous or perfect to inspire others. Simply being yourself and continuing to move forward through life's challenges can be a powerful example for those around you. People are often watching not to judge, but to learn from your strength, your resilience, and your courage. Many times, we underestimate the impact our actions have on others. You may think your struggles are your own, or that your victories are small and unimportant, but someone else might see your journey and find hope in it. When they see you working hard despite setbacks, they may find the motivation to keep going in their own lives. When they hear your story of how you failed and got back up, they may believe that they too can recover from their failures. Your journey can serve as a reminder that progress is possible and that no one is alone in their struggles. Inspiring others does not always happen through grand speeches or big achievements. Sometimes it is the quiet determination of a single parent working tirelessly to provide for their children, or a student who continues to study after failing an important test, or a person who wakes up each day and keeps going despite dealing with pain or loss. These everyday acts of perseverance have the power to touch hearts and change lives. They show others that it is okay to be imperfect, that it is okay to struggle, and that what matters most is not where you start, but how you keep going. When you share your story, you give others permission to share theirs. Your honesty and vulnerability can open doors for deeper conversations and stronger connections. People begin to realize that they do not have to face their battles alone, and that others have walked similar paths. This sense of connection can be incredibly healing. It creates a ripple effect where one person's courage to be real encourages another to do the same, and the cycle continues. Your journey also sets an example for younger generations. Children and young adults often look to adults for guidance and role models. They notice how you handle stress, how you face challenges, and how you treat others. When they see you making good choices, staying true to your values, and continuing to strive toward your goals, even when it's difficult, they learn the importance of perseverance, integrity, and self-belief. These are lessons that no classroom can fully teach. Even the parts of your journey that feel messy or unfinished have value. You do not need to have everything figured out to inspire others. In fact, people are often more inspired by those who are still in the process, who are still learning, growing, and trying. Seeing someone else in the middle of their journey reminds us that we are all a work in progress, and that we do not have to be perfect to make a difference. So as you move through your life, remember that your journey matters, your strength matters, your willingness to keep trying matters. You never know who is watching, who is listening, or who is quietly gathering strength from your example. Whether it is a family member, a friend, a coworker, or even a stranger, your life can be a beacon of hope. Keep going, not just for yourself, but for the people you are inspiring along the way. Your journey is powerful, and it holds the potential to light the way for others to find their own strength and keep moving forward. In the end, remember this: your journey is not just about where you are going, but also about how far you've come and the strength you've shown along the way. Every challenge you've faced, every step you've taken, and every time you've chosen to rise instead of give up has made you an example of courage and determination. So keep moving forward with faith in yourself and trust in your path, because someone out there is watching, learning, and finding hope in your story. You are stronger than you know, and your journey is already making a difference. Thank you.